Like you
There's nothing.
said, it'll be pulse pounding. It looks like more
Sure.
action. That's right, with the
But-
cow.
Get ready, get set. It's a first look with the O Brother Podcast.
Welcome back to another First Look with the O Brother Podcast. Mike, we're back. We're going to do a first look on Twisters. You heard me right. Twisters, plural. Now, Twister famously starred Helen Hunt and Bill Paxton. Rest in peace.
I know. I mean, let him rest in peace.
It's
for
crazy,
God's
but
sakes.
that was in 1996.
You know who else was in that? Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Wow. Yeah,
Rest
there
in
you go.
peace, both
Rest
of them.
in peace, yeah. So this is an update to the 96 film, which, about storm chasers and all that kind of stuff. So let's just dive in, take a look at the trailer. As usual, we know nothing about it. It's our first look, and we'll chat it up on the other side here for you.
All right.
Dodge whatever's in there. It's big and it's moving fast. Drive. Go. Guys, you gotta get out of here. Do you hear me? It's Tyler Owens. Calls himself a tornado wrangler. If you feel it, chase it! I said if you feel it, chase it! All right, here we go. Oh, she's perfect!
She's gorgeous.
You thought you could destroy a tornado.
We never had a chance.
You want one? You don't face your fears. You ride them.
We got twins! Twins!
Was that it?
Nope.
So there you go, Mike. Twisters. Now, it's interesting because, I mean, obviously with the advancement in vis effects and everything, the things you can do with a film like this now
Right.
is pretty incredible. So I'm sure visually it's going to be very, kind of eye catching and all that sort of stuff. But it's expected July 19th, 2024. It's in post production as of this recording. It stars Glenn Powell, who you might know. He was in Hidden Figures.
Is he
one of
the Tom Cruise lookalike?
He was in Maverick. He was in Top Gun Maverick.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Katie O'Brien, who we just did a first look on Love Lies Bleeding. She's like blowing up. Katie O'Brien is in Love Lies Bleeding with I just lost Kristen Stewart.
Kristen. Yeah.
And she was in, I've mentioned before, she was in The Mandalorian.
Is she
Kieran
like the big kind of muscle bound?
Yeah, in Love Lies Bleeding, yeah.
Yeah.
Kieran and Shipka, Daisy Edgar Jones, and a host of others.
No
that were in
Helen
this.
Hunt.
No Helen. Well, not that I see credited. No,
Right.
not that I see here. in
They
the
might
credits.
sneak her in as a cameo.
Maybe, but I mean, that's like
Like-
I mean, she's around, so they could.
Hasn't the technology evolved beyond those little balls from the first movie?
Well, you see, they've got like drones and things they're using in this.
Yeah.
and, but it just is this a film we need?
No,
I
I don't think so.
I don't know. It's
Like you
there's nothing-
said, it'll be pulse pounding. It looks like more
Sure.
action.
especially on the big screen.
Yeah,
know?
but I don't see a need for it. I don't see a new story there.
These storm chasers are nuts. I mean,
They
I've
are.
always been fascinated by tornadoes, and I think about, because again, we've mentioned on the podcast before, aunt that lives in Oklahoma,
Right.
very notorious for tornadoes. And I remember back when Twister came out, right?
Mhm.
Universal had this really cool attraction.
That's right, with the
But-
cow.
You would just walk through it. It wasn't like a
Yes.
ride. You would walk through it, and you'd be standing there, and it was like a scenic kind of view, right? And ultimately, it was a twister that was
Right.
blowing up and all of this. And I remember I had this for years on my desk at work. This memorabilia piece that I bought in a gift shop after that, seeing it one time at Universal. It was
Right.
this little kind of, figurine or something that was kind of see-through, and you turned it on, and eventually
and
it
Yes.
whipped up a tornado in
I
the thing.
remember
It was,
that.
It was very cool, but I just don't. What's the point
No.
of revisiting this? I don't really get it.
Yeah, that show I remember was good.
And there's
And it-
nothing, as you said, the story. They're not really indicating any story or that it connects, and maybe there's no intent to connect it to the
Right.
original. But what's the point then?
Right. Why
I don't
call
know.
it Twisters? Why not call it Storm Crazy Nuts?
I don't think it's a reboot, so it's
No.
I don't know.
I don't know. After I would have never guessed Tom Cruise Maverick was going to be a hit, and that was really good.
Yeah,
But I don't think
interesting.
that's this.
It's interesting because it literally says on IMDb an update to the '96 film Twister,
Yeah.
which centered on a pair of storm chasers who risked their lives in an attempt to test an experimental weather alert system. But anyways, not sure how much updating there's going to be there. But for those of you
No.
that are into this sort of thing, there you go. But
Enjoy.
yeah, so yeah, Twisters, again, what did I say? It was out July 29th, 2024 is when it's expected. That could change. But that's going to do it for another First Look with the O Brother podcast. From your host, Dan Smith. Mike Simon, as always, my brother from the same mother, Mike Smith, and we will see you next time.
Bye, everyone.